While everyone is sleeping, some are up early and practicing. A great advantage of owning a big slab of mountain is the chance to get some riding in before breakfast and before the summer heat kicks in. Then the crew arrives. Ben is developing great rear brake control, but still needs to drag his left foot a lot. Meanwhile, I can get both feet on the pegs, but I'm hopeless on the rear brake covering. Sigh. We keep the revs down so we don't piss off the neighbours. Can't wait for those whisper quiet electric bikes.
I went through a watercross and I was so disappointed to hear that my electric trial bike wasn't waterproof. I was shocked.
Before we hit the forest, it's time to brush up on our log hopping skills. There are 10 main ways to hop logs. We consistently fail to do any of them, but at least we are consistent. Jason is a great example of never giving up, or even admitting he has crashed.
Can I have your bike?
Yeah. I still got it.
Oh, he's still on the bike. He's still going. He's still going. Jason, wait and wait. Wait and wait. You'll still get it.
Hang on. It's not the roof.
Remember to dismount instead of crash, and you shall be saved.
This looks tricky.
Into the rainforest for a deceptively difficult climb. Rocks and tree roots, often under the leaves. We would never get up this if it was wet.
Just check your crankcase, Jeff. Something hit pretty hard.
It's great practice for weighting and de-weighting when stuck on those rocks or tree roots.
Going well.
It would probably be quicker to get off and push, but then we won't learn better technique.
That's a tricky one to jump up.
And we are lazy bastards who prefer to make the bike do the work.
Whoop.
Most of the guys crashed in this section, and soon I will join them when I try to put a foot down and slip off a rock.
Oh, I see. Yeah, interesting. See what's under there? Oh, it's just tree roots.
From now on, it's a little bit of root, little bit of rock to your right.
Yeah. Whoop.
That was perfect.
Bugger.
So you hit the 45.
Yeah.
Feels off.
Cheers, mate.
I'm actually quite glad you dodged the bullet there, Barry.
Oh, you're right. Look at this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I was looking at.
Nasty shit.
Want your fuel back on?
Thanks, mate.
On's vertical.
I think so, yeah. Close enough. Oh.
Barry finds out the top accident.
This kind of terrain gives you an appreciation of the incredible skill shown by the pro hard enduro riders.
No, thanks, mate. I'll see. Whoop. Let's see how I go. Up. Fuck.
Tricky.
Slippery little buggers.
If you have seen the Getzen hard enduro in Germany, it is much steeper than this, always wet, and the roots and tree roots much bigger.
Whoop. Whoop.
This last bit is a bit tricky. By this point, we are usually tired, so it's easy to mess it up.
Woo. Oh, it's good fun. Oh, it's easier to walk it. Jeez.
Enough it is.
Bloody cheeks.
Day 17 of our survival in the forest.
Andrew has no problems though, and decides to try again. A decision he may live to regret.
That works really well, Ben. Very good.
Oh, hey mate, what did you find in the forest there?
Well, one of these tree fern things.
Bonus.
Oh man.
It's worth falling off.
Woo. Yeah, Barry, I just stopped to notice this fallen down staghorn here.
That'd make good body armour,
Yeah,
actually.
notice I pulled up right on the spot.
If you watch the Getzen Enduro, it's incredible to see the riders with a trials background have almost no wheel spin in the slick conditions. So much of this comes down to weighting and de-weighting the bike at the right time.
Yeah, nice.
If you like riding technical terrain, I recommend you watch our training vid.
Good work.
Through these sections, you can see the only time the rear wheel spins is when we forget to weight the rear wheel or get our timing slightly wrong.
Good work.
You can see even when Scott has one foot on the ground, he makes sure most of his body weight is on the foot peg to maintain that rear wheel traction. But hey, don't listen to me. Experienced riders don't.
Hey Barry, it's better to let someone think you're an idiot than open your mouth and prove it.
Well, you're getting some pretty steep descents on recent tracks. One of our guys is lucky not to land on the log at the bottom and break some ribs or a collarbone.
You okay?
It's funny how you become much more aware of risks as you get older.
It's a little bit steep.
You know your bones are way more brittle, but I think there's a big psychological component too. In your 20s, you see a dangerous section and you can't wait to jump in.
Wheel is locked here. Long drop down.
Nowadays, it's all about calculating the risk, wondering how much time you can take off if you break a bone. I suspect a lot of it is linked to declining levels of testosterone too during middle age.
The Flying Dutchman, Egbert van Popter, has set a new world wheelie record of 342 km per hour, or 213 miles per hour. While the rear tire is reported to be quite shagged, the front tire is still in brand new condition.
Nice bit of leg paddling by Ben. These are his regular practice tracks, so he knows all these technical bits like the back of his hand. Pretty slick on the pivot turns too, despite those short stumpy legs. Let's see how Scott goes. He has the same problem with reaching the ground, but way less practice on this track. Ben has probably done this section dozens of times. I think it's the second time for Scott. I hope you're enjoying these supporter vids, guys. I certainly appreciate hearing that you do. Until next time, hasta la vista. Ciao. Hanggang sa muli. Hanggang bye.